Chaos ensues this morning with Mini, a technical crisis going on. YouTube seemingly refusing to want to play ball at all. Live stream thing just was not being a happy camper. As a result, sort of started, stopped, restarted, stopped many times. The feed, I don't know, this is one of these things that's beyond my control. Though, not that that really matters, because Karl, there we go, Karl hadn't been about, and now we've got that weird split screen thing going on as well, so now I have to fix that too, because normally he and I get online quite quickly, and we resolve these little things early, but we weren't able to this morning. Hello.
My fault, I had a mad dog. I had a mad dog this morning.
Yeah, it's all been a bit crazy here too, I'm afraid. The live feed thing was completely refusing to play ball.
It was, I had the little YouTube window up there for a while. And now that's gone. The videos have been removed by the uploader.
Yeah. Basically, what happened was I went to create the live stream, as we always do, and for some reason it automatically decided to go live. It's like, no, go live now. I went, but I don't want to. So then when I managed to get it to create the stream for 10 o'clock, it went, oh, you can't do that. You're going to go live with this other one, but I don't want to. And there was no way to delete it. I could not find a way to make it go away. So as a result, you and I are kind of plunked on the big screen here, just in one big picture, because it's all just been technologically nightmarish this morning.
Sundays, doesn't like Sundays, it's not awake enough.
This is it. It's not coping. It's looking at it and going, what? And as a result, I haven't actually managed to share the post on Facebook, which I should really, I suppose, do now. I could do that now because there's only 4 of you watching us, so it's not like you really care what we're doing.
Do I need to look at a different YouTube?
Yeah, you're on the wrong YouTube channel, big lad.
Right, let me have a go again then. At least I can see what I'm doing. Not that improves quality.
Well, I don't know, it might.
Live now, that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
There. That's it.
But
I'm there
usually,
now.
you know the way normally I sort of divide us out, so we're in our little windows and all
Yeah.
that kind of thing. There was no scope for that this morning. That all fell by the wayside.
So it's been a weekend clearly of technical problems, which brings me neatly onto, see how I've segued there, your mother's car.
Yeah, which a technical issue started this whole nightmare. I'm just getting this posted up on the page here now. Just for anyone who sort of relies on Facebook for what's happening. Instead of subscribing, you should all subscribe because otherwise you're missing out on quality foopas like this morning. Live now, kids. We broke it and fixed it. Yo. That's my very professional.
Yo now? Is that what we're doing?
Well, I think on certain circumstances, yo's always been
right.
reasonably acceptable.
I got no memo about yo at all. I wasn't aware of that.
Well, have a go now.
Yo.
That's more like your callings. That's a calling somebody yo. Yo.
No, I can't do it. No.
His fickle English reserve once again holding him back from progress.
If only Nelson had gone, yo, we would have been fine. We would have been a much stronger country for it, I think.
He could have coped with it. He could have coped with it much better. I am tempted to try and, whilst we're live, I'm tempted to actually try and fix our normal sort of view screen thing. You know the way we do it, as I keep talking to you about, I'm going to crop your picture so I can see you.
Tell me not to look at the man behind the curtain, all that stuff.
Yeah, that Mad Dog thing. Because I can kind of do it while we're talking, but it's everything's kind of weird this morning. It's all gone strange. This getting up on a Sunday morning, I don't like it.
What it is.
I think we need to make a point in the future of making sure Saturday happens. And you see, if Saturday can't happen, I think that what we do then is we actually go for like pre-recording something. We record something of an evening and then just put that out on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't really know why people need to see us like this. You know, this early on a Sunday morning. It's upsetting for everybody, isn't it? It's
I don't know. I don't know. There's five of them insisting and hanging around, possibly in the childish belief that we're going to say something meaningful. Well, you know, they call it crooked dice, and I really like crooked dice, so maybe they will. No, they won't. They never will. Right. This is weird. I've kind of fixed one of the pictures. I love how this. See, this is the weird thing about this whole OBS thing. I can kind of do technical stuff on a different screen.
Is OBS outrageous bowel syndrome?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's. How did you know?
I wanted the word for explosive that began with O, but I couldn't quite get there. As a brain's not quite connecting.
Are you not eating your cereal this morning?
That was last week. I was taking a spoonful every time I was looking. No, I've had sourdough. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with sourdough bread.
Yeah. So it's none of your Guinness, whatever it was last week.
Guinness Wheaton.
Oh, Will Wheaton bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baked from the purest Will Wheatons.
And Wheaton soda is different from Wheaton bread.
Of course it is. I think you're just making this stuff up.
No, it's a completely different type of bread.
Englishman.
It's a completely different type of bread.
No, I had sourdough this morning. I've had a cup of coffee, cup of tea. I'm almost there. Almost awake. Not quite.
I'm trying one of these. I'm actually having a bag of coffee.
Yeah, no, we tried those. The local coffee shop where and bookshop has closed down the coffee bit because of COVID. So yeah. I haven't had a decent flat white in ages. So I'm just trying every other type of coffee.
A decent flat white, or as we like to call it, white coffee.
No, it's stronger.
It's a
and
little.
It's not milky.
It's a little bit stronger.
I see. I couldn't have something in a big mug like that. That's too much milk.
there's only a splash of milk in that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is it like 99% coffee?
Yeah. The way the good Lord intended. Right.
And he did say on the third day, one shall have a latte.
I might have almost fixed OBS. Well, I might have almost fixed the OBS part of it and not fixed other things that I should have been working on. Yeah, this just chaos and stuff. There we go. Look at that.
Well, Justin, he's saying, just let the milk look at it, and that's exactly right. Now, God love him, Mr. Graham Dawson, the other half of the original Crooked Dice. Watching that man make a cup of tea, I can best describe it as pish. Oh, it was almost, it was translucent. It was horrible. No. Many fine qualities, but making tea was not one of them.
Some people just shouldn't be allowed near a tea bag.
No. Oh, you made me just queasy looking at it.
Yeah. No, I can understand that. Yeah. It's look at that. Look at the wee picture.
Got a variety of graphics going on. I'm slightly behind, possibly.
You just a tad. I've also tried to tweak the latency so it's not just as horrendously bad as it sometimes would be. But look at you now, sitting inside your own wee logo, inside your own wee window. I need to give you
a better graphic than that one that keeps popping up, because that's like the tiny little.
Is that right? You see on my screen it looks all right. So yeah, send me a better graphic, because you are so tardy about things like Crooked Dice mugs.
Give the illusion of professionalism.
Well, you're the guy that complains, well, I could make plastic minions, but then I just think that if I give you a box of plastic minions, I could have made 15 other miniatures. I mean, no, I don't listen to your fan base or anything.
No, I do, but I don't get it. I don't get why, when you've already got 14 metal ones, why you would want those replicated in plastic.
Okay.
I'd rather bought minions.
Have you met 40k players?
Yeah.
There we go. I really shouldn't need to give you any more answer.
I know what you mean, but it's not really my kind of thing, is it? I'm not doing like the big colour, like mass-produced kind of stuff in that way. It's a bit more niche stuff.
Here's why your fans want you to do plastic minions, okay? They want you to do plastic minions because your fans are doing the very thing you're not. They're taking Crooked Dice into war game category levels. They're literally wanting to do Thunderball on the tabletop with ninjas abseiling down from the roof, with dudes in little jumpsuits, machine gunning Marines from monorail trains. And also, a lot of people are wanting to use your plastic minions as penal legionnaires for Imperial Guard armies.
Aren't we too small compared to your basic?
No, it's great now. It's great now with Primus things and all. Humans in 40k are actually human-sized compared to these giants.
Compared to the other, like, 30-foot tall Marine or whatever it is.
Yes, Space Marines now finally tower above mere mortals. So your minions are bang on because they're like, I'm a human. What are you? I've got a wee stub gun here. You're going to die.
That worried me about, like, if people wanted to convert them for other stuff. Well, that's tricky if it's because I'm sure our Warlord ones either sort of a little bit closer to 25s and 28s, aren't they? A little bit on the dinkier side.
It depends whether you measure from the eye or the top of the head.
Always from the eye.
You see?
Yeah, eye to base of foot is what I always do.
Yes, you do, whereas not all do. And it turns out that some sculptors, you ring up and say, I want you to make me some fine 28mm miniatures. Thank you very much. And they go, all right, I'll make you 28mm miniatures. I always make my 28mm miniatures 32mm high.
Now you're only ever as good as your spec. So
well,
you need to.
It's exactly what happened with Mongus's Judge Dredd range. We were down on WorkCon, doing the whole let's play games, let's dress up, let's get drunk. Guy Danderson is one of the designers that actually sculpted the figure, one of the ranges of figures. And we had some of them, and he says, oh yeah, funny story about that. We're like, all don't look like the sort of fella tells funny stories, but go ahead. And he says, there's 5 sculptors were hired to do those miniatures, and none of us ever met, and none of us ever spoke. So, you know, Jimmy... Yeah, but Jimmy, who normally made like Space Marines, went, all right, 28mm miniatures, no probs, 28mm miniatures. Bobby, who normally made World War II guys, went, all right, 28mm miniatures, there we go, lovely. And then you put them all side by side, and it was like, I'm a Soviet judge. Oh, I'm a Mega City judge.
Always send out samples to say that's what we mean. So use that as a baseline in there. But even then, between different sculptors, if I can think of 3 people though, one guy always comes up a little bit slimmer, one guy always comes up a little bit chunkier. So there's still differences even then.
Yeah, but you know, you live with that. But anyway, stop you trying to distract us from the fact that the people want plastic minions.
The people want.
Get the. This isn't like the normal idea thing. This has actually got traction in the real world. This isn't just Weegamers saying to you, "Oh, go on, Karl, and make us the A-team van because we really want an A-team van and a boat and a helicopter and we want archery and we want other cool things." This is people.
Can I just ask where that person comes from in the British Isles, by the way?
Possibly Borders.
some nebulous voice area.
So somewhere in the border region.
I thought there was a bit of Scottish in there, but occasionally it drifted into Welsh. I wasn't entirely sure.
I'd like to make an effort to offend everybody in one fell swoop.
Well, I don't think you offended anyone there. It was so different. It could have been anything.
Trust me, somebody will be offended. Yes. Just wait a moment while I get my spray can of snow. So yeah.
What have you been up to this week, Andrew?
What have I been up to this week? Well, shamefully, Karl, with great shame, I've painted 2 Space Marines.
Have you enjoyed the experience though?
I was fairly impressed with my final results. The thing that I took, I suppose, some small amount of pride in more than anything else was that I actually opened original Games Workshop paints to do it because I was painting Blood Angels, Karl. So I painted them in Blood Angels Red, which you and I both know is orange.
It's not the greatest of pigments. From memory, it's been a while since I've had an original pot of that. But
yeah, well, I still have most of a good range of original pots, so I had to crack the seal on my Blood Angels Red.
Nice.
And yeah, there was a certain dirty satisfaction in painting the most recent miniature from Games Workshop in their most oldest paints.
There was a guy that posted that the other day. Oh, look what I've just found in the back of the garages or back of a cupboard as I've been having a sort out. And everyone in the post afterwards went, oh! And he had a bottle of chestnut wash. And it's like, oh, not quite as good as the brown ink in my opinion, but it was, you know. Was it you that put that up there?
I've got an unopened chestnut wash as well.
Oh, a chestnut wash.
Yeah. I've got quite a few of those sorts of things. Because I never throw anything out. I mean, we've still got a jade green. We've still got an unopened blue glaze.
What do you have blue glaze?
Sky blue ink. Look, right back to the start, Chaos Black.
Yeah. I did loads of pots for that. I think I've still got my original Citadel ink box. It had the good kind of yellow demon.
Yeah, before they started giving everything.
I haven't got any inks left, but
the inks, the old inks, unless the pot's sealed, the old inks don't seem to survive too well. But the paints are perfectly functional. There's my just to prove Blood Angels orange, or is that the Blood Angels red? That's the Blood Angels red, which is an orangey red.
That was an awful paint. I remember that.
Yes, but it painted the most beautiful chapter. So yeah, actually had a little game of their latest rule set last night, and I have to admit, there's a game there again. There's
Now,
actually things happening.
is this, because I lose track, is this Indomitus? Is it that?
Indomitus is just the name for a box. That was like their code name, so people wouldn't know what they were doing.
Right, okay, right.
Okay,
So
so
what the...
Indomitus
like
is a starter set.
Right, okay.
And
what is it, like 9th edition?
Ninth edition, because every 2 to 3 years we like to make people buy all the books again.
All over again, of course.
Yeah. I don't feel too bad because it's probably coming close to 25 years since I bought a single book.
Was it 87 or 88 Games Day? Bought it, that, and a box of Placky Marines and Orcs when it was released, and I've still never played.
Yes, but then
I don't think I'm their target market.
You are, but you're also not. I mean, they want you to buy the stuff, but they don't really care whether you play it or not. But let's face it, when was the last time you had a proper game of 7 TV?
That is very true. I was having this conversation just this week. Did we run a game at the thing?
No, you didn't.
No, not for a long while.
No, because you have become a victim of your own success, where your every waking hour is spent in the pursuit of making other people happy, and Karl meanwhile suffers.
That is kind of true, actually. Yeah. And at the moment, there's no space to do it in here, one thing or another. I've been making things this week. I've been doing maps this week and writing proper adventures and everything.
Well, our suggestion that we were going to put to you was that when in a few more weeks' time a bit more dust settles, and if you're allowed, why don't you pop over here for a weekend with no work, no Saturday morning 7 TV, and just play some games?
You say no work?
Yeah.
Don't understand. It just was like a weird crackly kind of static kind of noise. Didn't really understand what you were saying.
Yeah, weird static bursts and the forces of chaos. No, we just figured that you could come over like a Friday night or Saturday morning. We'll pick you up in the airport. By day, go play some games.
I'd like to point out, if I have a holiday before my wife, she will kill me.
Well, all right, she can come too, but
just sit in the corner with her knitting. Is that what you're imagining?
No, we'll put her on an Ulster bus tour.
I don't even want to know what that involves.
It's a bus that takes you around the sites. Ulster Bus is the name of the company. Well, it's probably called TransLink now or something else. But literally, it sort of takes you around. It's like, take a photograph of that. Look, there's a castle. Oh, look, there's a river. That sort of thing.
I should be chomping at the bit, I'm sure.
Or we just find people that are acceptable and they take her, like, I don't know, shopping. Or she could just come and play games too. It's, that's a bit assumptive. That sounds like something that you die from. It's a bit of an assumption on your part that you wouldn't just enjoy hopping on a plane with you, coming over and getting to sit in the corner and play games and chat. Because we also do board games and things like that. Just not her bag.
Never has been.
Right. Well,
and whenever I let her play something, she trounces absolutely everybody she plays with. So she's like, I think she's one of these. She's a grand master, but just doesn't like to use her gifts.
We've the 3 perfect people for her to play board games against, because they all do that too.
Playing cards against her, she's ruthless.
Yeah, we'll put her up against Perfect Roger.
Perfect Roger.
Yeah.
I thought it was acceptable Roger.
Oh yeah, well sometimes he likes to play perfectly, but we'll go for acceptable. We'll not bring Fish Boy because Fish Boy would just break. He would crumble. Justin could bring his missus, and she could just sit there going, "He's a twit and he's a twit. Don't even bother speaking to him. He's a complete balloon. That one's a loser. Don't even let that one look at you."
You have met my wife.
And then she'd probably go, "And let's go to the pub." And, your wife would be grand.
Actually, that's where she'd start from. To work back from that point. Yeah.
There you go. Justin, give Lorraine a shout. She's going to have a house guest. Well, yeah. But you see, you could call the whole thing work, and then it's not a holiday. See what I did there? It might go. It might work. The next time she brings you in a cup of coffee, I'll ask her.
She's captured the dog now. She's taken the dog out. Whether the dog will come back will be.
Oh, right. That's not a euphemism. Right. Okay. just can't tell with you.
I don't know what that would involve.
Neither can I, but it'll at least make two people
We're
wonder.
going to make it sound smutty, so let's.
I would bet you Justin could come up with a reason for what that means. Karl, any updates on when we can get the ghosts, etc.?
Yeah. Right. All of those 3D prints that I showed today have gone to Griffin. They are finishing off the last bits of Kickstarter stuff. I've got 20 kilos of lead turning up tomorrow. And then it might be middle of September, but if not, it'll be early October, I would have thought.
There you go. You've actually answered a question, even though it was only Justin.
Oh, love him.
Justin's awesome.
I think I've seen some pictures of Justin this week where he's got a face mask on. Completely different man without the beard.
Oh, when you can't see, yeah, he does tend to put up the odd wee weird picture. Isn't that right, son? That's just don't let him send you any pictures by text.
I think you told me this before.
Yeah, don't give him your mobile number, Karl.
Don't give him
your mobile number. And never ever say "I," right, Justin, as if you would, because regardless of what it was, he will.
He will do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So if other people jumped off the top of a building, would you do it? Yeah, I might do that. Yeah.
I would say he has the, yeah, same guy. He's bound to. I'm pretty sure he's fallen off the roof of a building. But no, other than that weird thing that we were already talking about, I've managed this week to actually pretty much every day get a game of Memoir 44 in.
I've not heard this. What is it? Did you say Memoir 44?
Memoir, almost like the French word memoir. The only difference between it and the French appears to be one of those above the E. Days of Wonder, Memoir 44, hex-based World War II simulation game written by Richard Borg.
Okay.
No?
I'm only familiar with his work with Mr. Karl.
No, that's fine. I mean, we can't expect people new to the gaming industry to have heard of some of the absolute foundation people involved in it. Maybe once you've been about a while, you'll come across these kinds of people. To be fair, you move in tiny fighting man land. Though the Memoir 44 is tiny fighting man on it. I don't actually have anything of it here. You'll have to Google it or look at the pictures on Weegamers page and actually see the photographs that have been put up. Because we talk about our things, not just crooked dice.
Oh no, I zoned that out.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, we know you zone it out. That's why we don't get plastic minions.
The old wound.
Oh, you wound me, sir. You wound me.
The old wound, my lord.
We'll do pistols on the grass at dawn. No, we won't, because then I'd have to cut the grass. Let's.
It could only be like 3 places because we trip over an old kid's playhouse or something.
There's a bicycle here and a femur.
Do we have a dog once? Is that where it went?
Pretty sure a dog femur doesn't look like that. So here now, just when I'm on my side ratchet, I know that sometimes we have a habit of sort of wandering off into the land of television. This week, my TV company, not my TV company, my company on the TV.
I say you're doing very well for yourself.
Thank you. Has been Sherlock Holmes.
The old Jeremy Brett ones.
Yeah, the Granada TV.
Yeah.
And absolutely loving it. And this started getting my wee head going, because again, 7TV is always about, let's move here, do that, interfere with this thing, and then shoot him and punch him in the face and all the rest of it. Have we got investigatory things in 7 TV. I haven't read them all, you see. I've only read some of the rule books. I haven't read all the rule books. Investigating. You know what I mean?
Easy to do. We've done some stuff when we did the beat in first edition. We did kind of like evidence tokens and various bits and pieces like that. You just do it with that. Someone wrote, might be for first edition, I can't remember. Did a kind of a Gaslight Sherlock Holmes fan-based one, which is somewhere. That must be loaded up on something. I have to try and find that.
Somewhere.
I think it might have been Robin might have done that.
I just thought
and that might have some Sherlock Holmes stuff in it.
Yeah, I just thought it's a nice setup because I mean, depending on what era you've got Moriarty obviously as a perfect villain character, and Captain Moran makes an excellent number 2. He was the sniper dude.
That's right. Yeah.
And then obviously you've got Holmes, Watson, you've got the Baker Street Irregulars, you've got Lestrade and the ordinary cops. You've already got the cops.
Yeah. There's plenty there. You could, in Her Majesty's Name, sort of tried to do a little bit of that, didn't it?
Yeah, but there's the thing. They all generally boil down to let's have a fight. Let's no issue with having a fight. It's not Cold War gaming for no reason.
Fair point. Yeah. No. All the stuff in the scenarios with, if that's what I've been writing this week. So what you've done there, you've done that quite well.
It's like synergy.
Beautiful.
I just like that word. I'm not sure what it means, but it sounds like a perfect time to use synergy.
I think it's some kind of energy drink.
Let's go with that. Yeah, so let's hear about your blue sky thinking.
Stop it now. I'm feeling queasy now. You've gone too far.
Blue sky thinking, and look what our backdrop is. Look at our backdrop today.
Oh, look. Did you do all that just to set up for this gag?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. I'm expecting a rainbow gag in a minute.
You can't make jokes about the rainbow, dude.
You can. Bungle loves it.
Oh no, you can't. I mean, people are looking out for that. They would shine a light on you very quickly, like a lighthouse.
There are lighthouses in there. Oh, there is. I'm obscuring the lighthouse.
Not anymore. You're not. In a few seconds, you will have moved.
Oh, masterful.
Anyway, shut up and tell me about your writing.
Evidence tokens and bits and pieces, easy. That's just in the
No, not that. You said you've been doing lots of writing this week. You segued.
Yeah, no, I've been doing on that. I've been doing Locust from the Deep this week. I've now got 198 profile cards done out of the 228 for fantasy. What's going on there? Been pottering around. Basically, this week developed a new kind of product line for all the stuff for fantasy. So,
a new product line.
Yeah.
Well,
we're still within fantasy, but basically making sure that we got lots of support for it after it comes out.
Oh.
So, trying to figure out the best way to do it with the resources that we've got, which is like me and a couple of other people, basically, part time. Yeah. So we've figured out, we've done about a year's worth of various different bits and pieces in the background, trying different things out to see what would kind of work. And I think we've got something now. So we've done a couple of those this week, and also looked at one of the other things that was already in development to see whether it would fit into the same sort of shape.
Right.
Right. So that's what we've been up to this week. So it's been some nice game development stuff this week.
It is good because I mean it's one of the things. It's one of the criticisms that's levelled at 7TV is the fact that you offer so little support after the fact to your fans.
Rude.
It's not true. There's you're probably in the top 10 of people that do stuff for their fans, interact with their fans, and respond to their whims by going, "All right, I'll make it then."
that does happen quite a lot.
Yeah.
What we think someone said is some island priests. Oh yeah, I like that. I'll do that.
Yeah.
There you go. Sometimes it's as easy as that. Other times,
Yeah, it's whenever we say something that you've already been kind of thinking about, you go, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but then we say outlandish things like, you need to do like an entire British comedy range, and you're like,
Heads. That's what I'm doing. Heads.
just do the heads. Just make sure all the bodies are there.
Well, we've already got them. You think of a certain series of 60s and 70s comedy risque movies in there, and they're all in. Sometimes he's a highwayman. Sometimes he's Henry VIII. Sometimes he's a gunfighter. So all you need is the heads to put on whatever figure you like.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can see that working perfectly for the prisoner. But that's not really going to give me Basil Fawlty, is it?
No, that's not going to give. No, because that's a completely different series. But that is on my list.
So, as long as he's on the list, Justin has added to your list with his usual claptrap stream of nonsense, because as soon as he outright mentions IP stuff, then we have to what about a range of futuristic robots that were built possibly to fight in some sort of chemical war, and then subsequently after that war have committed themselves to like rescuing people from disaster and mayhem, and one may or may not have appeared beside Judge Dredd for no particularly good reason in a movie?
I would leave that to those excellent folks in Lenton, who I'm sure have a license for such things.
They probably do. So let's just tell Justin to go away on that one.
My understanding is they have a license for pretty much all of it. So
yeah, I think yes. Well, we'll see what they do with that, because I have leveled some criticism. There's been some silly things done. They do silly things.
Very busy boys.
They are busy blokes. I mean, yeah, but we're not here to talk about them. They can speak for themselves. And Charlie, if you're watching, it's your turn to ring me. I have to play it fair like that. Right, so what's this week got for you then, Karl? What you doing? What you doing? Just more writing.
20 kilos of lead. Some of that's restock. Some of that I'm hoping is going to be all the Spartai fellas from the Kickstarter. That means we can shift a lot of the all-in and the gamer pledges. And I suspect I'm going to get a load of masters tomorrow as well, which means I can get the last of those done, and we can get that out. We've got a couple of weeks to get the rest of the Kickstarter stuff out. There's lots of lovely tripods now in there. Oh, what you got there? I saw that. I saw
I just couldn't resist a visual pun whenever you said about the masters. You think you'll find I'm the master.
I wish. So that, and getting most of those out. And then there's ridiculous things happening this week. There's all sorts going on. Having a chat with the university this week. Got a big meeting on Wednesday about playtesting fantasy, because that's nearly all done and ready to go now. I've got a few more cards to lay out, so we're thinking about how we're going to do that through lockdown, which is not easy.
True.
So we're just going to chat around there. Yeah, got some furniture being delivered. Oh, that's exciting.
Ooh,
more shelving. Oh.
More shelving.
Oh.
Is this shelving for the workshop, or is this shelving to put fine china ornaments on?
No more ornaments. No. All the ornaments are going to make more space. Yeah, so that's coming as well this week. So more writing. I've got another map there. That's a map.
Quality. I mean, the cartography people are crying out for skills like that.
I know. So they've said I've had various people phone me up from the the ones that make the globes. Karl, can you do more on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a map of the border regions?
Yeah. It's just more difficult on the globes because they spin round as you're drawing on them. That's the difficult bit.
That's why you're better flattening them out.
Oh, I've not thought of that.
If you just take a globe and stand on it,
that would be easier, because I've been every time I'm doing it, it's just slipping off. I'm getting a lot of wastage that way.
Yeah. I mean, half the globe you could just do away with, and nobody would even notice, really.
No, you've cracked that one. I need to talk to you before I start these things.
No,
Because I was
no.
into the smaller globes that I could hold. But no,
I think you'd find if you talked to me before you start these things, you'd never actually get round to starting them. Because you'd just be distracted, and then you come off the phone and think, I need to make a sandwich and go for a pint now. No, I was going to suggest that maybe what you should do this week is purposefully on that big planner behind you, schedule a bit of time out for you to play a game.
Nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, reconnect with the grassroots. Pick somebody who's got no mates, and then they're safe for you to be in company with, and have a game with them.
The only other person in my bubble is my mother. I don't want her playing.
Well, we don't. Bubbles are kind of gone now.
Are they though?
Well, yes, because everything's fine now, Karl. Just go back to work. Go out and
go
eat.
outside. Don't go outside. I don't know. It's confusing.
We want you to stay at home and minimise your risk, but go to restaurants and eat lots of food. It's important.
But then your fats to run more.
No, I don't need it. There you go. You can go to a restaurant to eat, get a discount. So you ring one of your mates, say, why don't we just bring 3 miniatures each, a little rollout mat, and we'll have a game of 17.
Between the salt and pepper pots.
But between the courses.
Use your fork as a measurer.
Yeah. Do it down the pub. Do it down the pub that's still allowed to serve food. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
But it's important to play games. You make games. You need to play them to keep remembering why you make them.
This is not. It's not. It's finding the time, and obviously I live in the middle of nowhere, so finding people.
Mike Jones, if it's maker request time, can I please have some red shadow heads and their boss? Now, Mike, how we do this with Karl is, it would be really class if you could do some like soldiery heads, but maybe they were wearing face masks and you know, maybe don't have eyes or do have eyes. And maybe one guy's just got like a face mask that covers his entire face, like clear dome.
Clear dome?
Cobra Commander, you plank.
Clear dome?
Yeah, because if you say it's a clear dome as opposed to a silvered mask, then it doesn't sound like you're talking about Cobra Commander. Get with the program!
The dome?
Clear dome. I seen a guy in TK Maxx yesterday with a clear dome.
Did you?
He was literally wearing one of the highest grade hazmat helmets with like big, huge plug-in filters and everything else. And inside the dome had the face mask that was up, you know, round there and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm just in to buy my discount pants.
I want to go, obviously, with a big bubble. You know, like your classic spaceman.
Goldfish bowl.
Yeah, get one of them.
Yeah, perfect. I just have my Star Trek fabricy ones. That's, you know, if Star Trek can protect me, nothing can.
I like the I can't. His name's completely gone out of my head. Your fella from Fury Road. That one. What's it with? Is it?
Oh yeah, just don't remember his name.
Not Imperial, no. Anyway, I've seen several people that I think were probably 3D printed or done something with those kind of masks. That looks quite good.
Yeah.
Drawing.
Papa Luigi or something like that. His name was. Yeah.
Big hair.
Lots of hair.
Lots of hair.
White Knight. Who's White Knight?
If you go onto the Facebook, there is an 80s. I think it's called 80s Pulp Heroes, and Morton Joe. Thank you, Justin. Christ. There's a guy on there that does a whole range of those things. Lots of people convert my ex-commandos and stuff, but there are a range of heads and various bits and pieces that people do.
Fair enough.
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
You can never see my hands.
No, that's but you sort of. I was quite perturbed because he never even looked like he was typing something. How do you manage that? I can't manage to do it without looking. Can you touch type?
There's a range of people underneath this desk now, just like there was with Noel Edmonds, that are kind of, they're doing various things to service me and the needs of this program.
I'm sure there are. Yes, that's one way to get ahead. Well, we got a rise out of Karl anyway.
Some blue pills on the side there, that help.
Oh, blessed, yeah. Well, no, it's not that a splint and a bit of string can't sort out. It's the only reason to even buy lollipops anymore.
Yeah, I tried it with an ice pops, not the same thing.
No, yes, the exact reverse effect. What a laugh is that?
Downhill very quickly.
What was that laugh? It's like dastardly and motley. Shocking. Right, listen, we've talked at these poor people for like 45 minutes or something, and as always, I could chat on, but I feel the need to sort of, since we're not doing any pictures for them in this one, I feel the need to sort of say, is there anything important from Crooked Dice Towers that you feel the people need to be very aware of this week? Like, I don't know, do you want them all to go and buy something? Not really. Don't care.
We had stuff out this week. What did we have out last week?
I don't know.
More adventurers, didn't we? We had more adventurers out there with different heads, and we had also had some little apocalyptic bits and pieces. I might be getting in tomorrow. The little Cthulhu cultists fella, the fish folk cultists.
Oh,
which
right.
I previewed ages and ages ago, but I'll have to wait to see what turns up. So I could put those in store, or they could wait until September. It's not too long now, is it?
No.
So they'll be coming out. But have a browse. Have a look through the store. There's plenty there.
It's not really it's not the motivation I was hoping for out of you.
Should I try? If I chucked a yo at the end of yo, does that help?
It's still the wrong kind of yo. It's more like you're sort of like we're about to yodel and somebody had the good sense to strangle you.
Yodelady,
hi, yodelady, oh.
I never understood the great surge in yodels that you got during the 50s. It was a whole thing.
It really did take a passion. I suppose it's like Hammond organ music. There's a lover for everything, isn't there?
Oh dear, that was yeah. I'll go. There's stories attached to that, but that's for another time.
So I mean, if you had the power in your world to destroy one type of music, what would it be, and why would it be country and western?
Oh. Do you know that is the first thing that pops into my head, but that would be wrong. I can't do anything else now.
Once the idea is in there of doing away with it for all time, it's hard to resist.
If it has to go into 101, what would it be? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of time for kind of like techno-y trance kind of stuff, particularly.
Not a fan of space, then, so we'll not be seeing miniatures in that range.
Oh no, I loved Spaced, but I'm just not a particular fan of the. Yeah, that's a good range to do, isn't it? Mike with his knife.
Yeah, exactly. And because you can play with different versions of them as well. Because the time they've done the little stealth operation to rescue the dog.
Yeah, paintball ones you could do.
Yeah. And what did you call his nemesis? Steve? You know the guy that always played. You know in Shaun of the Dead he played the tidy housemaid.
Peter, or whatever his name is, isn't it?
Peter. Isn't it Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you could always do
Peter. Yeah, yes. Yeah, he's the voice of Darth Maul.
Yeah, but he's also the shipping forecast in Black Books. Jan, Jan, is that you, Jan? Are you okay, Jan? Talk to me.
Yeah. I'll have to watch that again. I haven't seen that in ages.
Yeah, it's pricey. It's on that thing where you can watch TV for free.
I've nearly put Spaced on a few times. In the last few weeks because it's popped up on Netflix or something like that, I think. Yeah. But Black Book is probably on More 4 or something, is it?
Black Books is on More 4. Yeah, it's another awesome one.
Whenever we're scrolling through the station trying to find something to watch, if Hot Fuzz is on, I've probably watched Hot Fuzz more than any other thing.
Yeah,
it's just It's my favourite and my best, I think.
Hot Fuzz delivers on. I mean, even though it's the same gang, it delivers more gags than Shaun of the Dead.
And I've watched it time and time again, and there's other bits that pop up even within it. Where I'd never noticed that before.
Yeah,
it's great.
Wee bits lurk in the background of it too. I've got to say,
Yeah.
I didn't like the last one. The what is it? World's End.
No, I've seen it a couple of times now, and it doesn't quite. It's a little bit too melancholy.
Yeah, it just doesn't deliver.
No, not
sad
as good as the other two do. No.
I mean,
Yeah.
I really should.
Baby Driver? That's very good.
Hmm.
Seen Baby Driver?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's grand.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Edgar Wright. That's spot on. That is.
I'll give that a go.
Yeah, good soundtrack as well.
Yeah. Other than Sherlock Holmes, the only other thing I've kicked back into was the Umbrella Academy season 2.
Oh, that was great. I watched that last week.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't tell me anything about how it ends. How does it end?
I would say they all die, but that's how the first one ended. So it's,
everybody dies all the time, and then they find a way of bringing them back.
It's really good. I've really enjoyed that.
Okay.
And we've been slowly moving through a Netflix thing, which I think has been there for a while, called Good Girls, which has got Christina Hendricks from what was she in Mad Men, and I can't remember a character's name in Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Jesus.
The actress name called Retta.
Haven't watched that in a while.
And it's kind of it's probably a softer comedy version of a kind of a Breaking Bad-ish.
Okay.
It is that kind of. It's got normal people horribly out of their depth.
I'll give that one a go.
It's gentle enough. It's interesting enough.
Right. Well, I'll stick that on my list.
It's a bit soapy, but it's all right.
Yeah, a lot of soap's all right. Let it be said, I am a person who can appreciate a good musical. I'm in touch with my more softer side. I like Les Mis.
I don't mind them. I'll do a Bugsy Malone.
The one with all the kids in it.
Oh, what they put the music off that. That's got some of the best songs in the world in it.
Which song?
All of them.
It's a music. It's one of the best songs in the world. Which song? All of them.
No, it's got some of the best songs in the world.
Ah, right. Okay. Sorry. I'm with you now. I'm on the train. I've got my ticket.
Oh, marvellous.
I remember it fondly, but I don't know. It's it was good when I was a kid. There's all these other kids running around being gangsters.
School. I think we did like a play thing of it. That's probably why I like it. That Wizard of Oz we did as well. Yeah.
I quite like the Odd Muppet musical. As in, every episode because they sing a song. Culture. It's culture.
It's culture. It's a little green furry felt culture. Well, it is.
No, but I don't mind sticking on the and I like it. I think that's an old classic I enjoy as well, like the old movies and that. A lot of the new stuff I get tired of too quickly because they're all doing the exact same thing.
I know what you mean. Everybody's been saying that Robin of Sherwood is on one of the ITV channels at the moment. I think about like 5 o'clock, and I never get a chance to see it. But I should just chuck the DVD in because that's great. And I think someone said, "Oh, I remember this from a kid. How can you not be living this every day?"
Yeah,
Robin Sherwood, brilliant.
It was good crack. Why don't you just set it to record?
I've got them all on DVD. Anyway, it's just because getting them out. I probably should just do that.
That is a weird thing that you do, though. You've got like a show on DVD on the shelf, but if it's on TV, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
you still tape things in your house? I said, when we do it, we tape it.
Yes. Oh, of course. Yeah. I'm going to record that. Rewind that.
Rewind that.
Yeah. Rewind that. Play that bit again. I can't get used to the fact you can actually rewind real TV now. That's just starting to get into like dark art stuff for me.
Yeah, pause it.
Yeah. So this is on now, yes. And everyone in the world can watch this right now, yes. But I can pause it and go for a wee, yes. No, don't do that. I don't like that.
Don't wait for you. It's all right. So like they put down the newspapers like that and have a little sip and then wait for you to come back.
Yeah. It's there's something unsettling because you do. It's like that. the Truman Show. You just kind of imagine when you're pausing real TV that somebody's going, "He's leaving the room now."
Are
Everyone
you
take
worried,
5.
like, kind of like you're creating a multiverse every time you stop like that, it's branching again.
Yeah, don't last. No, it shouldn't be able to pause real TV. Yeah, if we can start fast forwarding through live adverts, that's it. I'm out of here.
No, that's why I like doing it. That's exactly what I do. I'd give it a quick pause, knowing that I can't just, and then fast forward through.
But if you've paused it, you're fast forwarding through old adverts. What I'm scared of is the point where it comes to where we can fast forward through the current adverts. Speed time up.
Yeah, I think yeah, you do that. That's what you do. You pause it for a bit, have a wee, come back, and then the joy of when the adverts do kick in, then
you fast forward through them. Yeah. You're just not seeing the dangers here. You're naive to it. You and your blasé countryman's idealistic world.
You've got some whole Twilight Zone thing going on with this that I'm not really worried about.
Yeah, it's
I fast forward as I look out of the window. There's something just hanging on to the windowsill.
Yeah. I'm going to be keeping my razor blades close.
Christ. You have a very different relationship with television than I do.
It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. You just see it as a box in the corner that entertains you. I see it as another shackle that holds us.
It's the voices in the television telling you to do things. That's what I'm worried about.
That's why I've got the earplugs.
To stop the voices. Well, this has been revelatory. It's shown me so much that I didn't do.
It's been
I didn't know about you.
Revelatory.
Revelatory is what it's been.
What's the scary thing is, I know exactly what you mean, but that word, it's not a word.
I think it is. I know what it is now.
Revelatory. No, it's like nucleofied. It's your word for revolutionary, and only you and your.
No, that's not what it is. Okay, while we're there, American cousins, normalcy.
Yes.
Yeah, well, what happened to normality? That was a perfectly good word. Where did normalcy come from?
Because isn't normalcy the suggestion that a thing has moved into having not been?
Is that what it means?
I think so.
Some horrible bastardization of normality.
Well, it probably is, because Americans, no offense, Americans, it's offensive. Americans are class at taking, words and breaking them. Do you like my pants? No, they're trousers. Where are my pants?
I'm so glad that's where that was going, because I just thought you'd lost it again there. I'm just
no. It's this whole thing about naming stuff wrong, and shorts are pants, pants are shorts, trunks are for swimming. So yeah, they've probably taken that and they're using it because somebody's gone, oh, is that normalcy? And somebody else has gone, yes, it is.
Directionality apparently winds John Hart up, he's telling me.
Directionality. I haven't actually heard that one, John. I now need to Google directionality.
What have we got?
Directionality, the property of being directional or maintaining a direction. Directionality of written English is from left to right. Spatial propriety, spatiality, and any property relating to or occupying space. It's actually a real word, John.
You see, John's just said that it's called CSI, which means it's probably not a real word.
Well, I don't know. They're offering it up as oh, hang on, it's the free dictionary, so it could well be made up by Dave.
Made up by CSI, directionality.
No.
Oh, I get. No, they would be using it the directionality like of a bullet or something.
Yeah, using it. He means using it in the wrong context.
Yes. He said, "What was the directionality of the bullet?" So, what direction did the bullet come from?
Right. Yes. No. Fair enough. And it's in the Collins dictionary as well. Directionality. Right. What was your made-up word for revealing things about somebody? Revelatory.
That's revelatory. That's the word.
I just don't believe. I just don't believe because it's not one that I hear in day-to-day normal conversation. It hasn't.
Oh,
It
I
lacks.
usually get 3 or 4 times an hour.
It lacks normalcy.
I see what you've done there.
Thank you. Did you mean Yes, I did mean it. Revealing something to hitherto unknown. I love it when a dictionary definition offers you another class word.
Hitherto unknown. I'm going to be using much more than revelatory now.
I just love that. That's like
hitherto unknown.
That's like the guy sitting in the corner with his pipe. Ah, so you want to know what that term means? Well, hitherto. Don't explain it more complicated than it already is.
No, I like hitherto a lot. Hitherto unknown. Do you know, Anna? There's a can of beans that was hitherto unknown in the back of a cupboard.
Ah, so you're stuck on the meaning of a word. Well, allow me to illuminate.
I'm just walking across the back garden, and I have trodden a dog turd that was hitherto unknown.
Were you perambulating across your lawn?
I was, with a sense of normality.
What directionality had you undertaken?
Well done. We're all in there now. Well, I think we've solved the English dictionary today as well, which has been helpful.
Yes, we have solvidized it.
Fixed it.
Yeah. We have repaired a nation.
Done it, mate.
Folks, you know, I'd love to thank you all for being I will thank you all for being with us. Thank you.
God bless you.
I don't know what else you expect.
Thanks, quite frankly.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to suggest. You know what we should try and do next week? Because I've come to the revelatory situation where I'm having to use it now to this hitherto unknown word. I'm having to use it to try and gain some normalcy for my own dialogue.
Well, we've got a new subtitle, you know, now for this, where the hitherto unknown normalcy lives. That's our little. Put that on t-shirts.
Yeah. Or we could put it on mugs.
Nice.
Is he allowed to come to Northern Ireland for a weekend? When it's safe?
She's run. She's legged it.
Are you getting coffee brought to you? Are you getting coffee brought to you?
No, she's going out.
Oh. Well, at least she came back. Did she bring the dog?
Hopefully not. Annoying beast that it is.
That's a bit harsh. You've just, you know, you're in a public service here, and people are getting the impression that you're a bit of a get now to dogs.
No, just one dog that I own. Other dogs I love. This dog, pain in the arse.
Again, not a euphemism. Right, folks. Thanks for joining us. Tune in next week where Karl and I will further subjugate the English language to our scrutiny.
Please send us your words, and we will investigate them.
Yeah, no, don't say that to Justin. Just not Justin.
Justin, that word shouldn't be used.
Yeah, you just don't want to Google anything Justin ever sends to you. Just don't. Not on your own device, anyway. Right, kids. Everyone go and have a lovely Sunday. Make sure and take some time out for yourself if you can. Chill, be one with the world. Go out, touch the grass with your toes. Watch out for the dog turd and the directionality of the wind. We shall be back next week. What date's next Saturday?
15th.
We're good. I don't have a problem until like the 22nd. That's the week after.
Okay.
We'll be back next Saturday where normalcy will return. And we will show pictures next week because by then Karl will have things in his hands and he will show us. He will show us.
I have things in my hands now. You don't know.
We do know. You can see the subtle shoulder moves. Look, no hands, or the appearance of tiny hands.
I just got them on sticks. They're not my real hands.
Dude, we are trying to wrap up here, and you're just keeping it. You see, this is the irony of you. I leave you alone in front of the camera, and you clam up. You kind of go, oh. and then when we're supposed to be trying to finish and ease off into the end credits, suddenly you come to life with hand jokes and innuendo.
Innuendo. Hitherto unknown innuendo. Right, I'm going.
So am I. Kids, cheers for joining in. Yeah, that's it. You know, I'm done apologising for this show. It is what it is. And if you're here, you're worse than us, or at least as bad. Have a beautiful day, have a beautiful week, and we will see you all in the long grass. That's a
See you later.
That's a sniper thing. Bye-bye.